This is Megan.
It's disgusting!
Hey everybody, and thank you for watching another video. My name is Murge, and I just got back from watching the movie M3GAN, which is a movie about this lifelike doll that's programmed to be a child's greatest companion, and when the creator of the doll becomes an unexpected caretaker of her 8-year-old niece, she decides to give her the prototype, a decision that goes about just as well as you'd expect when you put AI and dolls together. But as far as movies that center around killer dolls, this one is honestly one of the better ones, and although it's very similar to the OG killer doll movie, Child's Play, more so the 2019 reboot version, M3GAN is definitely in a league of her own, and with how this movie ends, let's just say this may not be the last time we see our little dancing queen. But in this video, I wanted to give my spoiler review of the movie, breaking it down and talking about the things that I liked, things that I didn't like, and my overall opinion about the movie. So spoiler alert, just in case I let something slip, and if you haven't seen the movie or if you just don't care about spoilers, either way, you have been warned. And if you could leave a like on this video just to support the channel, I'd appreciate it. So this movie starts off with a commercial showing off his most popular toy, which is this plush Furby type thing that you can connect to your iPad, and with the app you can make it talk and fart and even make it poop, which, I mean, I know I'm just starting the review, but why is pooping toys even a thing? Like, seriously, I mean, farts I get because yeah, but I mean, poop? Come on, man, that's just gross. Even if you try to pretty it up by making it purple or even it saying that it came from unicorn, you're still advertising to kids that playing with poop is somehow fun. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. Okay, tangent over. And within the first 5 minutes of the movie, the message is pretty clear. Do not let technology raise your kids, because if you're not careful and you decide to separate your child from said technology, the results may surprise you.
I want my phone, I want my phone, I want my phone, I want my phone!
So this movie centers around 8-year-old Katie, who's fresh from getting every superhero's origin story, losing both parents in a car accident with her being the sole survivor. And she's taken in by her Aunt Gemma, played by Allison Williams, who you might remember from Get Out. And if you don't, here's my favorite scene.
Where are those keys, Rose?
You know I can't give you the keys, right, babe?
And she's also this engineer working at this toy robotics company where she's designing the toy of the future, which is supposed to be this 4-foot tall, lifelike robot named M3GAN that stands for something, but I don't know what it is, so I'm gonna put it right here. And it's basically a walking Alexa. But when she shows off her new creation to her boss, played by Ronnie Chang, things quite literally blow up in her face, and she's forced to scrap the project and resume working on this prototype of that plush Wi-Fi doll that poops that I'm not gonna even get into again. But after taking on the role of caretaker to her niece, who she barely knows, she struggles to find a balance between work and being a quote new mother. And one of those struggles is teaching her the difference between collectibles and toys. And there's one scene in this movie that I really love where she's forced to open one of her collectibles, and as a man with a Lego collection of my own, I completely understand. And if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But when trying to bond, Gemma and Katie find one of her old projects, a robot that is straight from real steel, even coming with the power gloves to control the motion, and this machine's name is Bruce, something that will no doubt play a pivotal role later on in this movie. But for now, Bruce just serves as an inspiration to upgrade her now scrapped M3GAN project. And she quickly improves the prototype, even showing it off to her boss again despite her running to work on the other toy project. And I know I'm not the smartest man in the world, I never claimed to be, but I know for something like this, even if it is a prototype, this thing should take months at the earliest, maybe even years. But Gemma, with her Tony Stark level of intelligence, she made this whole thing in like 2 days, literally created AI in 2 days, which, hey, credit to her. But see, the problem with cramming is that you are bound to forget something, which is exactly what happened here, because this woman created an AI robot that can learn and adapt the longer she's around someone, and she put 0 protocols in place, like a parental setting or even a kill switch just in case this thing goes all Terminator. But hey, in the beginning, who cares about protocols as long as you meet that deadline, right? And at first, everything is great. Katie and M3GAN are getting along like the two are actual friends, and even during their demonstration, the interactions they have even manages to win over Gemma's boss. And things seem to be looking up for our two main characters, but everything changes when Katie and M3GAN gets attacked by a dog. That's when things take a turn for the worse, because not only does M3GAN get revenge on the dog, but she also goes after the owner. And even though we don't see the brutality of the kills in this movie, I have a theory. I think this movie was supposed to be rated R, but got toned down for a PG-13 rating to get a wider release, which isn't bad at all, because you don't really need to see a kill to know that a kill happened, so I completely get it. And besides, M3GAN has such a presence in every scene that she's in, even though we as the audience are laughing because it's super funny seeing this creepy little doll do this weird dog run. In the eyes of the characters interacting with M3GAN, it is straight up terrifying. Like when Katie is being bullied by this older boy that we all know that's gonna die because he's just a horrible person, and spoiler alert, the trailer kind of gave it away. And if we're being technical, M3GAN really didn't kill him, she only ripped his ear off, which was just kind of silly. But having this weird uncanny robot face talking to you or even staring at you while it's doing its little dance is bound to make anyone run away, so hey, no judgment. And once Gemma becomes suspicious of M3GAN, who honestly is not even hiding it at this point, M3GAN confronts her in 2 separate scenes, and both times may be my favorite scenes in the entire movie because, like I said, M3GAN just has this presence that is just terrifying. But what's even more terrifying is when Gemma takes M3GAN away from Katie, and this kid, well, I'm pretty sure if you suddenly took a phone away from any kid, the reaction would be the same because this kid is screaming, she's throwing chairs, and at one point you see this 8-year-old girl slap this 34-year-old woman all because she took her toy and nothing happened. Yeah, nah, that couldn't be me because my mom would have. But after a literal pep talk, Katie and Gemma forgive each other and the two head home to forget all about the defective murder bot, basically saying not my problem and just leaving it at her work. And while M3GAN is at the facility, she goes on a killing spree, and we can see that she can control a lot of the technology around her, from the phones to the cars and even fire alarms. And when she finishes, M3GAN heads back to Katie and Gemma because that's still her best friend and they are quote unquote bonded to each other. And when Gemma finds M3GAN in the house, M3GAN is at peak creepiness at this time. She's playing the piano in the dark, and then she's rubbing on her shoulders and telling her, hey Gemma, I know you just want to be a worker and you care about your career, so let me just take care of Katie and you can just do you. And that scene leads us to a fight that's pretty brutal between Gemma and M3GAN that involves a head trimmer to the face, even having M3GAN's face literally ripped off her face, which is instant nightmare fuel for anyone who has seen this movie. You know what I'm talking about. And when M3GAN has Gemma down and threatens to paralyze her, again, scariest thing in the world. Katie comes to save the day with the help of Bruce, and things get a little crazy seeing the two robots fight, and it ends with M3GAN getting ripped in half, and even that doesn't stop her, reminding me of another movie that I'm not gonna mention, but I'll just leave right here. But Katie's able to stab her computer chip, thus ending the rampage of M3GAN, and the movie ends with one of those Alexa devices turning on, hinting at us that M3GAN is still out there, but maybe she's in the cloud. And that was M3GAN. It was a little fun horror movie that I really enjoyed. It's not the best thing that I've ever seen. It's not going to win any Oscars, but it was definitely different enough from the things that is similar to the stand out on its own. Overall, I give M3GAN a 6 out of 10 Google Homes. Go see it if you can, but if not, I'm sure that it will make a great streaming movie. And as of recording, there seems to be a part 2 of M3GAN coming in 2025, and the title, M3GAN 2.0, which only has me curious on what M3GAN 3 would be called. Maybe M3 like Terminator 2, but that's just me because it has 3 in the title, so it's just a little weird. But that is my thoughts on M3GAN, the latest killer doll movie. I really enjoyed it and I cannot wait for more from this franchise. But now I want to hear from you guys. Have you seen M3GAN? What did you think? Whatever it is, let me know down below in the comments. We can talk there and I'll be sure to respond. Until then, my name is Murge. Later.